What's up, YouTube? Last few minutes in 2025 before we head into 2026. I know I said I wouldn't be doing a video tonight, but I figured I would get out of my family's hair and stop annoying them, come out to the garage for a bit. It is uber cold outside, low 30s, hovering around that freezing point. So we'll do a little shooting in the garage again. Just want to wish everybody a happy new year again. Hope everybody's being safe and everybody's healthy out there. And let's kick off the new year with a bang and head into it strong. And hopefully everybody is blessed this year. Without further ado and words out of my mouth, I'm going to spin you around. I've been resizing a couple of pellets tonight. I'm going to shoot one of my brake barrels. So I'll show you what I've been doing here. Gamma Tomahawk pellets. They only seem to get a bad rap because, yeah, they're very thin. They do get beat up, but I'll tell you what, you get 750 of them in a tin for practically a song and a dance. I'm willing to rework, stuff that gets banged up a little bit due to the amount that they're giving you and what they cost for it. What I have here is a shooter's box, pellet resizer, and checker. See, it says competition use. This is to make sure that every pellet is identical in diameter going through. Now, normally I would weight size and everything else, but I punch these through this unit here. I resize it, to straighten the skirts out with this end here. This straightens the skirt out real well. Trying to push it through with that. A lot of times it cuts chunks of the skirts off, so with thin pellets I don't recommend using that part with it. Straighten the skirt out with it by just holding the pellet in your hand, inserting that tip into the skirt, and straighten it out. Just roll it around a little bit, make it nice and round again. Then you can take and put your pellet in here. I use a little wooden dowel to push it through. This fits inside that pellet without hitting the sides of the skirt. Pushes it through, that way I don't shave the metal off of the skirts. Here's a few I've done already. I'm going to shoot these out of my Stoeger S3000-C in a couple of minutes. We'll try some tiny targets with it. This is my Stoeger S3000-C. The C stands for compact or carbine, however you want to say it. It's a junior sized rifle, but it packs a punch. I have the internals worked a little bit. Last time I cronied it, which was at the beginning of the summer, we were in the neighborhood of about between 815 feet per second and 820. Also did a little trigger work to it, so it's got a little bit of a lighter trigger. She still has a little bit of a kick though. It is a Springer, so she does jump. We've got a CV Life 3 to 9 by 40 adjustable objective scope on it. Standard MOA reticle on it. It's very accurate and shoots these Tomahawk pellets very well. So we'll get you spun around on the target so you can see what that looks like. Alright, here's my target for tonight. I put that up there for my cider. That sticky target is courtesy of Andy Gray. We've got some Army Men pieces and some new Army Men out. Two guys in the middle are missing their heads already. But we'll see if we can't take the rest of them out and go from there. Alright guys, I've only given myself 15 pellets, so I'm going to allow myself 3 for the cider. I think I know where this one's hitting, but she's been sitting out here in the cold and in the case, and it's been a couple of weeks since I shot it, so we'll see where it lands and see if we can get 6 of those Army men. Well, it's actually more like 4 7/8 Army men, but yeah, let's see how we do. Again, Happy New Year, everybody. Again, we're shooting the tomahawks that I resized. I believe they're 7.56 grain, 177 caliber. I do have this sighted in for about 20 yards, so we're in here at just a shade under 7. It's like 6.3 yards where I'm sitting. I just don't feel like sitting on the stoop. Okay, first one, the barrel is definitely cold. Same aim point that went dead center. Let's see if we can do it again. Yep, pretty close. Close enough. Let's see if we can get some Army men. Yeah, I guess we'll do the normal, left to right. Dust. Alright, second one in from the left. No problem. And a lot of people look down on these tomahawks. Yeah, they're all full of bent skirts. And you know what? $15 tool, $17 tool, whatever I paid for it. I've got one in every caliber for my air guns, from 17 all the way up to 30. It's an invaluable tool. You know, people go searching for that perfect pellet for their gun. A lot of the times it's just due to the pellet being deformed going into the rifle. You get, you know, 2 good shots and 3 go funny. It's because the skirt's bent and it's not consistent. Get yourself a small jeweler's scale, a pair of tweezers, sort them out by weight, run them through that shooter's box resizer. It's worth the time and effort if you're looking to be accurate. It really is. Alright, it looks like we got the 2 headless guys in the middle. We'll go for the headless horseman on the left. Not a problem. This little Springer is a laser beam, man. It really is. And I'm using these budget Gamma Tomahawk pellets. You see I'm shooting at, you know, half pieces of Army men, and they're going bye-bye at about 7 yards. Nope, just over him. If his head was there, he'd have been gone. Alright, same guy again. Being he was a crouch down guy, he was under an inch tall to begin with. Good thing I got my safety glasses on. That was raining plastic pieces back here. This is so far by far the most powerful one I've been hitting these plastic Army men with. Plus I'm shooting basically pointed hollow points at them. Alright, that last guy fell on his side. It's going to be a trick. I'm either going to hit wood, I'm going to hit plastic Army men, or I'm going to go into the box. Let's see what happens, shall we? And that's all she wrote. Again, this is a Stoeger S3000-C. This one I picked up as an open box return / damaged unit for pennies on the dollar from one of them big internet companies that begins with an A. You can find a lot of good bargains if you know how to fix things up. This thing was a steal. Let's put it this way, it was under 100 clams to buy this and soup it up. And obviously the scope I put on that has nothing to do with it, but the sight came broken in the front. It would cock, but it wouldn't shoot. Had all kinds of issues, but it was well under $100 to buy the rifle and, you know, the parts to fix it / soup it up. And right here is where it shows the model of it. And again, it's a laser beam, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the video of the Stoeger. It's one of my favorites in my collection just because I got it so cheap, and it's well made and very accurate. Yeah, I bought it as a broken unit and made it work again, but yeah, if you don't mind spending a little more, you can go and get yours, you know, as a factory unit, not broken. It'll probably cost you a little more than what I spent, but very nice unit for a budget price. Go check them out. And without any further ado, I'm going to make my exit. M7 out.